So a realtor the other day reached out to me and they said, Stephen, I want to be on your channel. I want to pay you some money to advertise. I want to get you some help to your viewers who want to move to Las Vegas and want to buy a home. And I thought about it and I said, ultimately, no, it wasn't for me. So I'm going to tell you why I would say it's not for me. They offered to pay money for advertising or do some kind of thing where, you know, they get referrals from me. But I don't think it's a great idea to actually buy a home right now in the Valley. I'm just going to lay out a couple of reasons why in a quick video for you and give you my perspective. And then you can do your own research and get your own perspective on things, because that's what you should always do. How's it going, everybody? My name is Stephen and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Hope you guys would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications here on the channel. Get yourself set up and leave us a comment and tell us, did you buy a home in Vegas recently? What was the experience like? Or what's the experience back home for home sales in the market where you're from? Because right now, the market here is topsy-turvy. It makes very little sense, but we're going to give you some reasons for that too. So that'll support the channel that way. If you guys want to also reach out, we have Patreon and channel memberships. Patreon members get access to early videos, blog posts, things of that sort. Channel members get their name in the credits just like Patreon people do, but you get cool chat icons when you're in the chats with us, which is a fun thing too. You can also go to vegasfacemask.com. You got to be a real superhero to buy any kind of a house right now in Vegas. So check it out. We got Superman. Now, you have to wear a face mask if you're going with a realtor and going into somebody's home. That's kind of the rules, right? And also, big box retail requires them, and you know, the whole state requires them here right now. I don't think they're going away in Nevada anytime soon, but hey, get one for where you are so you can go shopping in a store. VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. The only two you'll ever need. My wife hand makes them, sends them out to you. 2 for $25, free shipping everywhere you want to go. And if you guys want to go ahead and ship them to Canada or overseas, it's $15 to $20 shipping depending on where you are. That helps support the channel a great deal. VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. Okay, so here's the deal on the housing market. About a year and 3 months ago, everybody thought the housing market was dead. It was doomed. It was going to be finished. They said it's simple enough. There's a pandemic happening. Nobody's moving. Nobody's buying homes. And people are going to start to be evicted. Funny thing happened when the state and federal levels started having eviction moratoriums, meaning that even if you were a renter in a house, couldn't pay your bills, we'll help work with you and the person that owns the home, but nobody's going anywhere. We're in a pandemic. Made sense at the time, and right now those are kind of being lifted, but I think we're protected in the state of Nevada by a state law that says that says there is still a moratorium, so nobody's really being evicted. But everybody really did think that the market was going to just crash and fall, and the exact opposite happened. Instead of that happening, we had the market grow, and the average price of a home went up, and things got more expensive over time. And I think that if you had waited to buy a house then versus now, you're paying somewhere like $35,000 to $40,000 more, because that's the average median price value and how much it's gone up. Now look, I should have said this disclaimer a few minutes ago, but I'm not a realtor. I just read the same things that you read, and I kind of extrapolate thoughts about it. So always consult a real estate professional if you're looking to buy, but I don't have one to send you to because, again, I don't think this is the best time to buy a home in the Valley. You see, what's happening right now is a lack of inventory. There's no homes to buy right now. So it's what we call a seller's market. That means if you have a home, you're likely getting bombarded right now with realtors, cold calls, cold emails, mailers at your door, handwritten letters in your mailbox, magnets on your door, just, hey, you got to sell your house. We had multiple offers on your house. Look what I can do for your house. If a house gets listed up on the market right now, it has multiple cash offers and multiple buyers offering to move in and buy it, sometimes even sight unseen. In my day job, I do have a day job, so all of you guys who are trolls out there who say get a day job, I actually have one. I talk to realtors all the time, and realtors tell me the same thing. They're working 12-hour days, and when the homes go on the market, it's just like they sell as the minute they go on the market. Some realtors I've talked to have actually sold homes based on Zoom calls, WhatsApp calls, Signal calls, just a video call where they walk through and show somebody in California or somewhere else what the home looks like. Cash offer sold, oftentimes above value. So my main concern in telling somebody to buy a house right now is they come into the market, they make a cash offer more than the actual value of the home. And I mean, that's a scarcity. It's how capitalism works. And then later on, when the market readjusts itself, they're losing value on what they initially purchased. The market's not going to adjust itself like it did in 2008, okay? I was on a podcast last night with somebody who knows some stuff about real estate, and he explained about how they have mortgage forbearance. So even if you couldn't pay your mortgage during the pandemic, they're tacking on all those payments to the back end of your mortgage. So if you had a 30-year mortgage, you might have a 35 or 36-year mortgage right now. If you had a 30-year mortgage, it might be 35 or 36 years. That's right. So people are not being forced out of their houses on foreclosures because the government prevents that from happening with this thing called forbearance, where they just put the payments at the end. But at the same time, that means the homes are being occupied. That means the homes are not on the market. That means the homes are very overvalued right now. So I don't want you coming back to me on the channel and getting mad at me. Another thing is this. If you're coming here and you've never lived in the city before, I recommend highly that you actually live in the area of the city you're thinking of moving to before you actually buy a home, which would bode well for you right now. If you came in and you actually rented something and you had a job lined up and you wanted to make sure that you were in a good area of town, you could live there for 6 months to a year on a leased place, and you would at least, no pun intended, you would at least know if that area was for you. And then meanwhile, when the market does correct itself, which I think it will, because that's what markets always do, you have the ability to buy something for the actual value of what it is a little bit later. But, you know, realtors are like heroes in the last year out here for one reason and one reason alone. First of all, there's a transactional fee that goes to the county every time a piece of real estate has been sold, okay? Every time that real estate gets sold, that goes to the county and it fills our coffers so we can support the rest of the economy out here. And most people didn't know that, and I didn't know that, and that's what I found out by talking to a realtor. And it made total sense why we actually deemed construction and real estate an essential business through the pandemic. And realtors worked very hard through the pandemic. And believe it or not, like I say, people from California kept moving. And that's another reason the housing prices are so high. If you are from California and you have a house that's worth $1 million, that same house in California is only worth about 400 grand here. Think about it this way. A Californian can sell a home in California and buy 2 homes in Las Vegas for $400,000 a piece and still have $200,000 cash to sit on. So it's not like there's no people moving here. They kept moving. Pandemic doesn't want to stop people entirely. People still needed to get a lease on life and a new lease on life. And Vegas is a city where everybody wants to move. Construction jobs are everywhere. The casino industry is opening back up. These casinos are actually hiring right now. Lots of dealers being hired. This is truly the Vegas Renaissance. And that's another factor of what's driving these prices higher. So in the end, that's why I ultimately don't have a realtor on my channel and I don't show you guys these homes. And we thought of doing it in the past, but at this point, I can't do it in good conscience. I'd have to line you guys up with something and put you in a position where I wouldn't want to personally be in. I wouldn't want to be buying a home right now. I'd want to be renting a home and waiting for the market to correct itself so I could get a better deal later on down the line. So I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do. And that's one of the reasons why I don't have people on my channel promoting and telling you how you should buy homes in Vegas. And that's just food for thought while you're browsing through the YouTube feed and you see that coming up at a later date on some other person's channel, I guess. So you tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, that's my video and I'm sticking to it. My name is Steven and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications, and don't take anything I say at face value, of course. But just keep this in mind. If you do talk to a realtor, realtors want to sell you stuff. That's what they do. And I work in advertising and sales, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to sell somebody something, but you shouldn't sell things to people who shouldn't buy them. That makes you unethical. So find yourself a good ethical realtor if you absolutely do have to move out to Vegas, if you are absolutely in a position to buy, and you can take everything into consideration, do your research, and that's it. If you guys want to support the channel again, we have channel memberships and Patreon. We have VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. You got to be a real superhero, like I said, to buy anything in Vegas right now. These go around the back of your head, not your ears. You can be a real Superman or Wonder Woman. Was there a Supergirl? There was a Supergirl, but I don't think that's politically correct. We should have called her Superwoman, I guess. Yeah, 2 for $25, shipped out to you by my wife, Sweet Caroline. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you all ready for this? 3, 2, 1, and click!